Martin, can you see me?
I can see you. Yeah, I can't see Natalie though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that lady there. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Have you, so the confederations, how has this season been for you so far?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, Rodolfo. Yeah, I think I'm ahead.
Yeah.
I'm pretty well ahead in terms of my overall betting. Yeah, I'm doing good. So
Good, good. I
it's
know you're sharp. That's the reason I'm asking.
thanks. Yeah, no, it's a tough time of season right now because everyone's tired a lot at Christmas because their
Right.
teams. But I think the first few
Sorry.
weeks of the season were difficult, getting to know everyone.
Okay.
But I hit a good flow about week 4 onwards and made some good profit. Yeah. How about you?
Oh, good. Good, good, good. This probably right after Thanksgiving had to slow down for me. Before that, I was ahead of my game, but having match after match after match, it's been a little riddle for me, and it usually happens right around this time of the season, though. And this weekend, this Christmas games that are coming up, eh, I already know that I have to stay away from them.
Are you going to stay away from the Christmas games?
It's been 3 years in a row that I have not done well in the Christmas games. So this year I'm just gonna sit down, watch him, enjoy him, and right around the corner in January I'm gonna start right back up. I know where to pick up.
Well,
Where'd she go?
Yeah, no, their internet connection is having some trouble. Do we already have people in the show? Can we see chat or anything? Hey,
Oh, no,
anybody's looking at us? Hello.
I'll go on YouTube. But no, we won't be live yet. We don't go live. There'll be people waiting probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, their
Weekly
internet is
kickoff.
probably not very good today.
There's 12 people waiting.
Ooh. Yeah, no, their internet connection is having some trouble.
Oh, they can all see us.
The show? And now
Hello.
I can hear in my background. Can they see us?
Go on YouTube. But no, we won't be live yet. We don't go live. There'll be people waiting probably. Oh no. We are live. We are live. Hello everybody. Welcome to the weekly kickoff. There's 12 people waiting. Great to have you all here.
Yeah, their internet connection is having some trouble.
Sorry,
go ahead and get rolling.
We are having a bit of technical difficulty in Costa Rica / Colombia, so apologies about that. But Rodolfo and I are here, and we are excited about the weekly kickoff. There's a full week of action in La Liga ahead, so looking forward to that. Bit of a crazy time of year in the Premiership. Fixtures really coming in thick and fast, and quite difficult. Rodolfo, what's your strategy at this time of season? How have you fared in the past at this time of year?
Well, as I was explaining a little bit earlier in our conversation, hello everyone, how's everybody doing? It is kind of tough for me personally right after the Thanksgiving holiday, because here in the U.S. things kind of slow down, on other things that you're doing beside football, right? But the approach that I'm taking is very conservative. I'm not betting as much as I regularly will do, in other weeks. The time crunch in between the holidays, I think also kind of put some players' mind in a different perspective. Hey, Christmas coming. I know for a fact the Latino players, such as Aguero and all these people, I know they're professionals, but hey, it's kind of the season, right? To be with family and all that. So I usually take a very careful approach when it comes to this time of the season.
All right, so Rodolfo, you're taking. Sorry, Martin, you're taking a slow approach. What are you doing, Martin? Are you going like hot and heavy betting on the big teams, or are you taking a step back as well?
I agree with Rodolfo. It is a very difficult time of season. I've been very impressed with the City playing lately, so naturally I backed them to beat Crystal Palace at the weekend. thought it would be quite a comfortable win for them. Lo and behold, they got absolutely destroyed. So just goes to show you that anything can happen at this time of season when there's a lot of games coming thick and freak results. So this is actually a very difficult time of year. So I would advise going with a bit of caution and just maybe keep the stakes slightly minimal and just be a bit careful about which teams need a lot of times that week, I would say. The Premiership, the fixtures really do come in a lot, but some of the leagues like Spain and Germany, we're going to have a winter break soon. So, there's none of that to look forward to. So we'll stick with the Premiership and, just back the teams that look like they're really taking it seriously at this time of year.
Yeah. Well, listen, today, obviously, we've got Everton versus Swansea. A lot of money's going on Everton here. I went on Everton. What did you go for, Martin?
I didn't have this one in my best bets, but if asked to pick, I probably would go for Everton. They have a great deal of momentum right now. They're playing very well under Sam Allardyce, and they have the better team on paper. It'll be a very big game for Gylfi Sigurdsson. He returns to play his old club, but Swansea were a coupon buster last weekend. They won when I thought they would lose. So it really does show you that some unpredictable results can come up at this time of season. But I still fancy Everton to win this one.
Yeah. And any leans on this match, Rodolfo?
Yeah, I like to go on the under on this one though. I think Swansea has to get a point somehow, some way. It's probably going to be very difficult taking that from Everton, but I think that they're probably after what happened last week to them. I think they're going to take a defensive approach and try to hold the fortress and try to counterattack and hopefully take this 0-0, 1-1. I mean that'll be a great result for them. So I'm going to back them up on this on the under.
All right, you're going for the unders. Obviously, we also have to talk about this week. We've got El Clasico, very close on the outrights with Real Madrid. Their favourites 2.1. I guess 2.1, pretty good price, I think, to take the favourites Real Madrid. They've met twice so far this year, and I don't know, Real Madrid 2.1. Are you going for that, Rodolfo?
No, I'm going for a draw. On
You're
this
not.
one.
Ooh, okay,
No,
draw priced
early.
4.
Early game, right before Christmas. Madrid is just coming back from taking their newest trophy. Barcelona, they're keeping up on the momentum on top of La Liga. So I think a draw for this one. It will be a win-win situation for Barcelona and points away. I don't think they're gonna. I'm sure they want to push to try to get closer, but 11 points is too much. So I think it's going to be a draw on this one.
Yeah, and do you think the fact that Barcelona won't give Real Madrid the guard of honour ahead of Saturday's game, do you think that that's going to play in effect here, Martin?
It could do. If I was Barcelona, I wouldn't give them a guard of. I don't think they deserve it particularly to go into Abu Dhabi and beating Gremio in a not particularly exciting game. I wouldn't try to read too much into that. I'm with you 100% there, Rodolfo. I'm going for the draw as well. I can get just over 4 on that. I think that looks a very tempting set of odds. The draw would suit Barcelona down to the ground because they preserve their 11-point lead over Real Madrid heading into the winter break. They haven't lost all season. They're defending better than I've seen them in many, many years. Ernesto Valverde has really impressively and kept a lot of clean sheets. I've had a lot of luck with Barcelona winter nil bets recently. And I think Real Madrid will find it difficult to break them down. I also like Messi to score at any time. He seems hell-bent on winning that World Player of the Year award back from Cristiano Ronaldo. And what better stage on which to do it than El Clasico? So I think he'll be well up for it, and he's been a real thorn in Real Madrid's side before. If you can get a price on it as well, I'm not sure if they're doing this as a prop bet, but a red card looks a really good bet to me. People always get sent off in El Clasico, and I think it will be another fiery game with tempers flaring on Saturday.
Okay, and the Super Cup results, that doesn't, you're not reading too much into that when predicting this match, because obviously Real Madrid won both legs.
Oh, for the season, it was really interesting because afterwards, Barcelona admitted their own inadequacies. They said Real Madrid are a better team than us. We've got a lot of catching up to do. But since then, they've gone in opposite directions. Barcelona has soared to the top of the table, unbeaten, still on 13 out of 16. And they've made up for the loss of Neymar by tightening up defensively and just keeping it tight and compact. They're the top scorers in the league, and they've conceded the fewest goals. I just think they're coming into this game in a stronger position than Real Madrid are currently in, and I think they can play for the draw and know that that'll be good enough for them. So I think that should be good enough for them to get a result. And in recent years, they have done pretty well against Real Madrid. I know they lost the Super Cup, but last season in La Liga, they took 4 points off them. And Messi's in inspired form. They can definitely get a result here.
All right, and then the big question here is the over or the under. Is it a 1-1 or is it a 2-2 draw? We've got to see both teams to score. I think that's like super low 1.4. But which way would you go, Martin?
It's really difficult, but I'll probably go with the overs. As I say, people get sent off in games a lot, which generally tends to lead to more goals. Defenses get stretched. It's a real opportunity for attacking talent to push their muscles. So I think, I'd go over.
Okay, 2-2. And what about you, Rodolfo?
Yeah,
2-2.
I like that score. Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, I definitely think that both teams are going to score though. Yep.
All right. We've got Ad Hoc. Welcome, Ad Hoc. I haven't seen your name for a little while. Good to see you there. Martin is the profit king, but Alex has caught up. Well spotted. This is like, you're obviously keeping an eye on all of this stuff. I'm going to quickly read out how we're doing. So best bets, we're in 70.7 units of profit. That's collective for 4 of us over the season. And then Premier League punters, 49.5 units of profit. And then if I bring up 1 second, so if I bring up here profit as who has got the most profit, Martin is still in the lead, just 36.7 units of profit. I know. And then with Alex, 36.3 units of profit. So
right on
neck
your
and neck there. I know. What do you think? What do you think of those results, Rodolfo? I'm shocked, to be honest with you. We did really well last season, and we've outdone ourselves so far. So we've got a long way to go, but so far not too bad, eh?
That is great, guys. Right before we went on the air, I was asking Martin how has he done this season. I know he's very, very sharp, just like Alex is, And I'll tell you this: me that I have seen you guys over and over and over, it doesn't impress me much because I know the amount of knowledge that these guys have. So it's refreshing to see that it happens season after season, right? That's what everybody's looking for. So good job, guys. Keep it up.
Cheers, Rodolfo. And there was a question here from Freestyle Factory saying, what do you guys think of Man City to win everything? EPL, UCL, FA Cup, League Cup at odds of 25. We discussed this, didn't we? We discussed this. I think it was last show when we had Nigel on, and talking about taking it at this price and then at least trading it out as they get further through Champions League there. What do you think about that? Those odds, Rodolfo? And is that a type of bet that you would take?
Is that a 25-1? You said?
I've got odds of 25, so 24-1. I'm guessing.
I could probably put $50 in there. I wouldn't mind. I mean, City is looking. I mean, they're looking really good, but in Premier League, of course, they're right now a juggernaut. I mean, they're unstoppable. Same goes probably to the other cups, the domestic cups. But when it comes to Champions League now, they still have something to prove. They're still not big boys there yet, So that's the only reason I wouldn't mind to play $50 on that, or $100. That's a good bet for the odds. But if I have to bet on them to straight up just to win the Champions League now, no, I probably wouldn't. I think they have one more step to go. I think they have one
Hmm.
or two players more to pick up before they can deliver Champions League to the City fans.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Martin? I think we have discussed this. Is that price tempting enough for you to lay a few quid on?
I mean, it is a very tempting price, to be honest, but I mean, yeah, I think there are really big teams in the Champions League that can take them on. We just discussed Barcelona, who are playing some phenomenal football right now. For me, if you put Messi and Suarez up against Otamendi and Mangala, it's going to be a bit of a massacre. City are extremely good, though. We know that. I think they'll win the Premiership comfortably. I'd be a little bit worried how great an appetite they have for things like the League Cup. I can't imagine Pep Guardiola really caring about the League Cup and really putting much effort into it. I think teams like Man United are going to take it a lot more seriously and field stronger teams, and that could bust your bet, I'm afraid.
Okay, all right. And anything else, Martin? Anything else that you want to talk about today?
Well, we normally talk about Arsenal. Big man's normally on shouting about how much he hates Arsenal, so maybe we should leave that one out. Okay? I mean, we've got
well, hang on a second. But on the topic of Arsenal, though, obviously they're playing Liverpool is their next match. How confident are you feeling about them beating Liverpool?
Not very confident at all, I'm afraid. It was a demolition job when we played them at Anfield earlier this season, and Liverpool are in phenomenal form at the moment. Mohamed Salah, Philippe Coutinho, they are attacking with flair and panache and pace, and it's pretty worrying for an Arsenal defence that seems to fall apart like a house of cards. Much as I'd love Arsenal to win that one, Liverpool have hit form at just the right time, and I can see them beating Arsenal again, I'm afraid.
I'm not putting too much research into it, but Pardon?
I'm sorry. I said Coutinho is about to leave Liverpool. He probably wants to say goodbye or against Arsenal,
on a winning note.
No, yeah.
Probably, yeah. He's up in the shop window very well. He's playing fantastic football at the moment. Can see why Barcelona want to pay more than £100 million for him. Yeah, Liverpool should try to get hold of him, but I don't think they can. The problem with Liverpool is they've just got a terrible, terrible defence. So I think the Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, looks a good one in that match. Arsenal, if they can find a bit more cutting edge in the final third, then they should get plenty of chances. So, yeah, it could be a good game for the neutrals. A nail-biting one for me.
Yeah, Roth says over 2.5 goals should be the bet here. Draw no bet on Liverpool. But yeah, over 2.5 goals, both teams to score is definitely going to be the way that I'm going for that one. What about you, Rodolfo? Any early bets that you've got your eye on?
On Arsenal Liverpool? Yeah, absolutely. The Alex is special, right? Both teams to score and over. I mean, Liverpool just completely destroyed Bournemouth this past weekend. I watched it and it was wow. It was good to see him play like that, but also another team that when it comes to play with the big boys, still missing something, right? And we're about to lose Coutinho in there, and that is just not gonna help Klopp's venture into the Premier League. Arsenal, same old Arsenal. I mean, I love Arsenal fans. Don't get me wrong, but it's same old Arsenal. The stunner that Özil scored this past weekend, it was great. That was a great goal. It was so good that it should have counted for 3 goals. So you guys could have won 3-0, but unfortunately, only counted for 1. So I think we're gonna see a pretty good match, pretty fun. Going back and forth, open. Arsenal trying to control the ball, and Liverpool just exploiting that speed.
Yeah. What's your do you have a Premier League team, Rodolfo?
I do. Liverpool.
Is it Liverpool? No way.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
You kept that one quiet. That was quite sneaky. Liverpool. Well, my dad my dad's a Liverpool fan as well, and I asked him about what he thought about Liverpool beating Arsenal, and he just said, he goes, depends what team shows up, because obviously you guys have had a couple of draws, great result against Bournemouth. You could thrash Arsenal, you could lose to Arsenal. I think it's very difficult. The comments saying about playing the draw no bet option, probably a very safe, or staying away from the outrights.
I know. Every time you watch Arsenal play, I got into the mindset that whenever I watch them play, though, I don't get as emotional as before. Like I'm a Real Madrid fan, and right now they're gonna play Barcelona, and of course I don't. I mean, I want them to destroy them, right? But with Arsenal, I learned to enjoy the very good moments that they have, because Liverpool is I'm sorry, not Arsenal, but Liverpool. Liverpool is a team that can show up one day and score 5 on you, and then the next day, the next day they score 0.
They can't score at all.
They lose by 4. They lose by 5. It's a roller coaster of emotions. I already have a wife. I don't need another one. So. I just kind of take it day by day with Liverpool. That's all.
That's and so you've got a nail-biting weekend then, haven't you? Playing against Arsenal and Real Madrid against Barcelona. Interesting. Oh, goodness me.
Yeah. Oh. Coming up.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. Obviously, this week we've got a Premier League Punters show, 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Best Bet show, 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. We've got Nigel joining us on Thursday, and hoping as well Stuart will make it. He's going to let us know. So it's a bit of a change around on who's on, but stay tuned and log on to, come over onto my Twitter page where I put all the links to the live show so you can catch us. So gonna say goodbye, guys. I hope get on with your Christmas plans, and I'll see you soon.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Check out. Oh, they're gone.
Go on.
That was quick. I was going to say check out Atletico Madrid to beat Espanyol. Got a great price on that, but he cut me off. You had said goodbye, to be fair.
Espanyol is hurt. That's a good bet. Espanyol is hurt. They just lost. Well, they tied this past weekend, and I saw the game, and they were winning 2-0 until the last 15 minutes of the game against Las Palmas. So they are bitter. They're on tilt. This is a great spot for Atletico to come in and win, though. Great bet, Martin.
Yeah. Atletico have the best in the league as well. So.
Yeah, I just saw from Stuart as well on the chat that he will be here on Thursday, so that is awesome. All right, I think we're still live, so I'm going to say goodbye again, and we'll see you guys soon. Yeah.
Happy holidays. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Marty. Bye.